There are only 5 games left in the NFL season, so we're probably going to start seeing some more coaching movement. So far, only the Giants have fired Brian Daboll and the Titans have fired Brian Callahan, but something tells me there will be some more along the way. NFL owners aren't known to be very patient, and there are just too many bad teams right now for there not to be more coaching firings before the end of the year. The first coach I want to talk about who's probably on the hottest seat is Atlanta Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. There was a lot of excitement when the team hired him. He had a background previously with the Falcons and a lot of success as the Rams defense coordinator. Unfortunately, things just haven't been going well. The team isn't good. They had the debacle with Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins. Just nothing about their operation right now screams stability. Now, I would say general manager Terry Fontenot should be on the hottest of hot seats because I just don't really understand any of the moves he's been making there. But if he goes, Morris might go with him. So he might be the favorite to get fired next. It's also hard to see the Arizona Cardinals sticking with Jonathan Gannon for much longer. There have been some promising signs during his tenure, but just they seem to be getting worse, and at this point, they might just want a fresh start. It doesn't help that Gannon kind of has an off-kilter personality that has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way in terms of fans, not necessarily. I haven't heard a lot about players not liking him, but he already kind of has a reputation of being a little off, so that's not going to help his chances. One of the more interesting coaches who could be on the hot seat is Raiders head coach Pete Carroll. Nobody would have predicted that he was going to be on the hot seat this quickly, but the Raiders have somehow been worse than they were under Antonio Pierce, so it's hard to justify keeping a 74-year-old head coach when you're going to rebuild the whole team. That said, out of the coaches we're talking about, I think Pete is the least likely to get fired during the season. There's just too much respect for him around the NFL. Firing him and kind of disgracing him before the end of the season just wouldn't be a great look. And perhaps after the season, you can convince him to just retire and walk away and say it was a mutual thing so you can at least kind of save face a little bit. Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski also could be on his way out, but he's also a 2-time coach of the year. If he gets fired, he could be swooped up pretty quickly, so the Browns might see that and be like, maybe we can't let him go yet. Mike McDaniel and Zach Taylor might be also kind of on the bubble. I think McDaniel ends up staying on because the Dolphins have been playing a little bit better in recent weeks, and then Zach Taylor has the built-in excuse of Joe Burrow being injured all season. At the same time, the Bengals kind of seem stagnant, and it might be time to get a stronger voice in there. So those would be another 2 names to keep an eye on, but I wouldn't put them on like the hottest of hot seats yet. I would love to know who you guys think is going to get fired next. I would probably predict that Gannon will be the next coach out.